All right, boys and girls, welcome back. This is day 2, and I am so sorry that we ended in the middle of our IST, but we were going to jump right back in so that we do not waste any time. And so let's take a look at our second column where we are looking at the suffix and what our new words are going to mean. Because remember, our remaining 3 spelling words are tourist, violinist, and environmentalist. And remember, the first thing that we always do is underline our root word. Because remember, we are looking for a word or a piece that we know that we are familiar with. So I have tourist. I underline my root word. A tour, something that you take, something that you visit, something we are used to taking a tour of a building. We're used to going on a field trip and maybe taking a tour of the McWayne Center, or maybe you have been on a field trip to a museum, the Natural History Museum, maybe something like that. So if I add ist or ist to this, then I know that is one who. So it is one who takes a journey for fun in which several places are visited. Maybe you have taken a field trip. I have been to Washington with a group of students, and we have toured Washington, different historical sites. Take a look at our second word, violinist. Once again, I am underlining that fabulous root word, violin, one of my favorite instruments. I love to listen to it. And we're familiar with that instrument. That's prior knowledge that I already have. I can visualize that. And so I know when I combine those two meanings, I know that it is one who plays the violin. All right, so that's easy. Now, environmentalist. I know I can see my root word here is environment. Well, I double checking to make sure I'm teaching you correctly. I had to use my dictionary to make sure that I knew I was putting together the correct definition. Because sometimes you and I both know we've been looking up a word, and my students in class, and we've had the question of, hey, Miss McCory, what word do I use, or what definition do I use? There's more than one. So, environment is the study of surroundings, maybe the surroundings of a person, a plant, or animals. So, an environmentalist is going to be someone who studies the surroundings of a plant, a person, or animal. All right, makes sense? You did fabulous. Give yourself a big pat on the back. That was a lot of information, but I know my 4th grade classes can handle it. So let's move on and take a look at our next suffix, IAN, someone who performs a certain action. So let's take a look at our words. We have magician, we have librarian, we have historian, and we have musician. So once again, I know my meaning up here is someone who performs a certain action. Okay, so it's a someone. So I'm going to be looking at an act, magic, something that gives me a false appearance. Magic is something we know that gives us a trick, something that gives us a false sense of truth. Okay, so someone who is an expert in magic is what, when we combine the root word that we've underlined, magic, and added our suffix, IAN, we get someone who is an expert in or performs magic. Someone who performs magic. Okay, either or. Now we look at librarian. Well, if I underlined libraire, that's not my root word. All right, but library. I know that a library is a place that has books. Okay, so again, using my dictionary, which is quite fine, which is comes in very handy when I put my 2 words together. All right, I know that a librarian is someone with a degree in library science. I have to use a dictionary. It's okay to look up What does the word librarian mean? Because it has that suffix. That suffix is going to naturally change that meaning. The same with historian. Histor, okay, that's not a word that can stand by itself. Okay, it has to have that root word connected to it to make it a word. Histor, not a word. So, but when I add IAN, my suffix, it becomes a word. So, history is my root word. And so, a historian is someone who is an expert or a student of history, which makes sense. Someone who's going to study or be an expert with history. Okay. Now, our last one, real quick before we run out of time. Musician. We all know we can see that root word music. If I add my IAN to the end of it, is someone who plays or performs music. You may be a musician. Many of you may be very talented in music already. All right. Give yourself a big pat on the back. Go ahead and make sure you're studying those spelling words every day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I am looking forward to seeing you back again tomorrow for day 3. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.